Thank you, Lindia. The next in line is Christian Vestre. You are also a CEO. Social meeting places for all. You are welcome.
Hallelujah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for inviting me here today. So, everything is possible for the Lord Almighty and a mechanic. That was the watchword when my grandfather set up a small mechanical workshop on the west coast of Norway, straight after Second World War. After 5 years of occupation, Norway was rebuilding itself. Initiative and enterprise blossomed everywhere you looked. And now, more than 70 years later, Vestre has actually become one of Europe's most successful producers of urban outdoor furniture. Our vision is to create arenas for everyday democracy, meaning social meeting places where we all come together across age, gender, social, cultural, economic backgrounds. As here, for example, on Aker Brygge waterfront here in Oslo, or here at Times Square in New York. Friends, the globalization is making the world a smaller place. We are moving from one location to another more frequently than before. Sometimes because we want to and sometimes because we must. In many countries, we are now seeing alarming tendencies towards increased antagonism between people from different ethnic and cultural backgrounds. It's never a good idea to categorize people as us and them. People are people and should be treated as people. How liberal or restrictive a country's immigration policy should be like is, in fact, a matter of politics, but we can simply not shut our eyes to the fact that we are living in a more diverse society than before. And that's why we should also try to value diversity and eliminate prejudice. And the best way to do that is actually to allow people to meet, to share experiences, life stories, ideas, eat together, socialize together, allow people to get to know each other. That's how we can create a sense of community and belonging. Vestre cooperates with more than 30 Scandinavian designers, and we have won a lot of national and international design awards. But for us, the products themselves are not that exciting, honestly. We are most concerned about how our products can bring a positive change in terms of more inclusive and sustainable cities. Our design process is extremely purpose-driven. That's why we always work in close relationships with landscape architects. When Vestre develops new products, we take proxemics into consideration. And proxemics is the study of human use of space and the effect that population density has on behavior, communication, and social interaction. The theory is being taken into consideration more now when designing outdoor areas to create dynamic and socially wired spaces. It can be used to activate your social space or to make you feel comfortable. Different shapes in seating influences how we use them socially. Round benches, for instance, make it difficult to face other people. Straight benches make conversation easier, but it's difficult to talk to more than one person at a time. Convex shapes allows more people to talk together. Our furniture has varied shapes for different situations for allowing the creation of interesting social places. We develop new solutions for the urban jungle, like this Parklet 2.0 system installed here in Oslo and in many European cities. A few years ago, emission-free cars were a distant dream. In a few years' time from now, we will share self-driving cars that will eliminate the need for major road building projects and car parks on every street corner. And this means we can free up more space for people and greenery and build an entirely different and more efficient infrastructure. All our production takes place in Norway, in Sweden, based on 100% renewable energy, carbon-neutral production since 2010, and local environmentally friendly materials. For instance, our hot-dip galvanized steel comes with 30% less greenhouse gas emissions compared to the world average. Our aluminum is the greenest possible in the world, with 1/2 of the greenhouse gas emissions compared to the European aluminum. We use linseed oil impregnated certified timber from the Nordic countries, from what the United Nations has described as the most sustainable forestry in the world. And our state-of-the-art solar-powered manufacturing plant is in fact designed by our friends in the Norwegian architect firm Snøhetta. We never compromise on quality and deliver all our products with a lifetime guarantee against rust and 15-year guarantee on wood and paint. Some people think it is difficult to make things with a long lifespan, but friends, they are wrong. They are what we call in Norway hengehuer. It's just nonsense. The town hall benches we delivered in Haugesund on the Norwegian west coast in the 1950s, they are still in use. And Vestre Vision Zero means we will not make a single product that isn't intended to last forever. This is also supported through the return of worn furniture back to our factory after years of faithful service, where we will restore and breathe new life into them. Old furniture then becomes new and can delight new generations. This is the circular economy in practice, my friends. Many people today talk about the triple bottom line: people, planet, and profit. In Vestre, we put it very simply, maybe a bit naive: everyone can save the world a little. And some people actually will ask, isn't it that rather naive to believe that you can save the world, like acting like a small United Nations in a furniture company? But the point is that nobody can do everything, but everyone can actually do something. So 11 years ago, we joined the Ethical Trading Initiative as the first ever furniture brand. Almost 10 years ago, our production became carbon neutral. 2 years ago, we launched the first urban bench in the world with the Nordic Swan eco-label, and now we have got over 150 eco-labeled products, and we will continue that progress. We have integrated 9 out of the 17 sustainability goals into our business strategy, and our goal is actually to be recognized as the world's most sustainable furniture manufacturer. I've heard IKEA stating something similar, so we'll see who will win that competition. I have my opinion on that, yeah. We constantly work to reduce our negative footprint and to increase our positive footprint. And I'm very proud to tell you that we every year set aside 10% of all our profits for sustainable projects worldwide. And friends, if all Norwegian companies had done like Vestre and given a tithe, we would have more than matched the entire Norwegian foreign aid budget twice over. So just imagine what that might mean for financing the Sustainable Development Goals. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Jan Christian. You are a very fast speaker. Interesting. And now we have Jørn Øst.